Thank you very much. First, we want to thank Aaron Quinn, who is standing out in front and signing for us this press conference. I want to thank my colleagues here. First of all, we're grateful to Helen Keller Services for the Blind for hosting us here today. I want to thank my colleague in the legislature, my partner in Suffolk County government, Deputy Presiding Officer, Legislator Jay Schneiderman, for his work. He'll be speaking next, and he's really been a driving force here on this issue, and I want to thank him for his leadership. Frank Krasinski, the Director of the Suffolk County Office for People with Disabilities. Frank, thank you for your great work. Our Commissioner of the Department of Information Technology, Vincent Mezzanotte, thank you, and the department has done an outstanding job. He couldn't be able to recognize Doug Miller. We also have Mark Perez, Senior Programmer Analyst, Suffolk County IT, Todd Hayes, Office System Analyst for the IT department, and I want to thank all of them for the great job they have done, including this morning as well, working on this. Of course, the founder and CEO of My Blind Spot, Inc., Al Rizzi, for his advocacy and his support and cooperation through this whole effort. The Suffolk Cooperative Library System, Valerie Lewis. Of course, from Silo, Joe Delgado, and from Helen Keller Services for the Blind, Frank Promeggia, who's the Managing Director of Rehabilitation Services. And we want to thank, of course, all of the staff here at Helen Keller Services for the Blind for what you do every day and for your support here on this effort. So we gather here today as we celebrate the 25th anniversary of what is truly one of the most landmark pieces of legislation in our nation's history. That's the Americans with Disabilities Act. And Suffolk County is proud to help celebrate that by announcing that through the efforts of all the people here and others as well who couldn't be here, that Suffolk County's website is now ADA compliant. That's a good way to celebrate the 25th anniversary. You always want to do something nice for the anniversary. And 25 is a big one, particularly when you're talking about such an important piece of legislation for equality in our country. This has not been a small feat, I can say, and I know our IT department would say that. Over 20,000 pages of our website have been designed to ensure that those who are visually or print impaired can have access to information provided by Suffolk County. Many people with disabilities use assistive technology that enables them to use computers. Some assistive technology involves separate computer programs or devices, such as screen readers, text enlargement software, and computer programs that enable people to control the computer with their voice. The Department of Information Technology, My Blind Spot, Suffolk Cooperative Library System, Silo, and the town of Brookhaven. We want to thank our colleagues in the town of Brookhaven and Supervisor Romaine, worked tirelessly together to ensure Suffolk County's website was accessible for those who are visually impaired. Even though he couldn't be here today, as I said before, we want to acknowledge all of the members of the IT department for their great work, including Doug Miller and our Commissioner, Vincent Mezzanotte. They put in countless hours on weekends, at nights, to ensure that we were compliant with the Americans with Disabilities Act. On behalf of myself and all of Suffolk County residents, we want to say thank you to them for their work. I also want to thank the organizations who work collaboratively with Suffolk County to ensure the website was working at optimum accessibility. Of course, Al Rizzi, the CEO of My Blind Spot, assisted in running multiple assessments during the test phase and pinpointing errors that should be addressed. Joe Delgado and Silo coordinated testers to navigate through the site using software that they would normally use to access the web, Zoom Text and JAWS. And Valerie Lewis, Suffolk Library Cooperative, and Cliff Heimowitz from the town of Brookhaven for participating as part of the working group and dedicating their time and talent to ensure we had a website that was accessible to those who are impaired. Suffolk County has worked hard to ensure that all residents have access to county government. In addition to our website being ADA compliant, in 2012, I issued an executive order to ensure language access for all residents, offering access to translations in key documents in English, Italian, Spanish, Polish, Mandarin, Haitian Creole, and Portuguese, and providing access to a language line service where residents can get simultaneous translation. To date, over 30 languages have been requested, and translation services have been provided to ensure all residents have access to county government and its services. At this time, I'm very proud to turn this over to our Deputy Presiding Officer, Legislator Jay Schneiderman, who, again, has been, I think, the leading force in our government to drive this issue forward. His legislation, obviously, that he put forward was a significant milestone here, and without his efforts, we wouldn't be here today celebrating as we are on this 25th anniversary. So with that, I want to turn it over to my good friend and colleague, Deputy Presiding Officer